Have you ever hit rock bottom? Have you ever found yourself feeling like the world is crumbling, like everything you've worked for is slipping through your fingers and you're stuck in a place where it feels like nothing will ever be the same? Maybe you've lost something you loved. Maybe you failed so badly you thought it was over. Maybe you made a mistake so huge it seemed impossible to move forward. But let me tell you something, and I want you to hear me clearly. It is never over. If you're still breathing, you can still rise. If you've still got life in you, you can make the biggest comeback. The most incredible comebacks in history weren't made by people who never failed. No, they were made by those who were knocked down hard, counted out, told they'd never make it, but still chose to get back up. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to rise, and you're going to rise stronger than ever. You don't need to wait for the right moment. You don't need to hope for the stars to align. The time is now. The moment you decide to rise is the moment your comeback begins. So, let's get to it. How do you make the biggest comeback of your life? Here's the step-by-step blueprint to turning your life around and making the greatest comeback ever. Step 1. Burn the bridge to your old self. Listen carefully. This is where your comeback begins. The version of you that hesitated, doubted, and let fear hold them back. That version has to go. If you want a true transformation, you can't carry that person with you. The excuses, the bad habits, the self-doubt, leave them behind. They have no place where you're going. This isn't about forgetting your past, your failures, your mistakes, your struggles. They happened. They taught you. But they do not define you. You are not bound to your past, and you are not doomed to repeat it. The only way to truly move forward is to cut the ties to the version of yourself that wasn't ready. That person didn't have the strength, the wisdom, or the fire that you do now. A comeback isn't about returning to who you were. It's about rising into someone new, someone better. The old you played it safe. The new you takes risks. The old you let doubt win. The new you fights through it. The old you hesitated. The new you takes action. There will be moments when the old version of you tries to creep back in, whispering insecurities, tempting you to stay in your comfort zone. That's when you remind yourself, that person is gone. You've burned that bridge. There is no going back. You are no longer someone who waits for change. You are the change. The moment you decide to step forward with full commitment, without hesitation, without excuses, that's when your comeback truly begins. No more second guessing, no more looking back. Light the fire, watch the old you turn to ash, and step into the person you were meant to be. Step 2. The comeback mindset. Now that you've burned the bridge to your old self, it's time to lay the foundation of your comeback, and that starts in your mind. Because here's the truth, the world is going to test you. Life will throw challenges at you, and your own mind will try to sabotage you. You'll hear the doubts creeping in. What if I fail again? What if I'm not strong enough? What if it's too late for me? These thoughts, they are the enemy of your comeback. They are the chains trying to pull you back to where you used to be. But you are not that person anymore. You have already burned that bridge. And if you want to rise, you cannot let those doubts dictate your next move. Every great comeback in history, from athletes to leaders to the underdogs who refused to quit, was built on one thing: unshakable belief. Not in luck, not in circumstances, but in themselves. They ignored the voices that said they couldn't. They silenced the fear. They made the decision to keep going, no matter what. And now, it's your turn. You have to decide right now that your comeback is bigger than your fear, that your potential is stronger than your past, that no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you will not stay down. This is the mindset you must build. This is the unbreakable foundation of your comeback. Every time doubt tries to creep in, you fight back with conviction. I am stronger than my past. I am capable of overcoming anything. I will not quit. It's a mental battle, and the winner is the one who refuses to surrender. Your mind is your greatest weapon, or your greatest weakness. The choice is yours. So train your mind to be relentless, to expect challenges but never back down, to replace every what if with watch me. The comeback isn't just about what you do, it's about what you believe. And if you believe in yourself, nothing will stop you. Step 3. Let go of what you can't control. It's easy to get caught up in things beyond your control. We've all been there, replaying the past, obsessing over mistakes, wondering what if. What if I had done things differently? What if I hadn't made that mistake? What if life had been fairer to me? But here's the truth. You can't change the past. No amount of regret, guilt, or overthinking will rewrite what has already happened. The more time you spend stuck in what you can't change, the less time you have to take control of what you can. And what you can change is what you do today. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to choose your next step. You have the power to take action that shifts the direction of your life. That's what a comeback is, choosing to move forward instead of staying trapped in the past. So stop wasting your energy on things outside of your control. Stop overanalyzing old mistakes. Stop resenting what should have been. None of that is going to help you get to where you want to be. What will help you is action. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" start asking, "What can I do next?" Instead of dwelling on lost opportunities, focus on the opportunities you can create. Every second you spend looking back is a second you could have used to move forward. So ask yourself, what can I control today? What action can I take right now that will bring me closer to my goal? What step, no matter how small, will push me forward? It doesn't have to be a giant leap. It just has to be movement. Because every step forward, no matter how small, gets you closer to your comeback. The moment you stop worrying about the things you can't control and start focusing on what you can, you take your power back. And the more you take control of the present, the stronger your future will become. So let go. Stop looking back. Take charge of what's in your hands right now. Your comeback depends on it. Step 4. Commit to the work, even when no one is watching. The hardest part of a comeback isn't the moment the world recognizes you. It's not the applause, the validation, or the spotlight. No, the hardest part happens in the moments no one else sees. Comebacks are built in silence, when you're grinding, pushing, growing, and no one is there to cheer you on. It's in those lonely hours, the unseen effort, the sacrifices that no one else will ever fully understand. The world won't clap for you when you wake up early to train. It won't throw a parade because you stayed up late working on your goals. No one will celebrate when you push through self-doubt, when you stay disciplined, when you choose consistency over comfort. But you will know. You'll feel that shift inside. You'll feel yourself getting sharper, stronger, more resilient. Every time you put in the work, no matter how small, you're proving to yourself that you are serious about your comeback. And that's what separates those who dream about a comeback from those who actually make one. The work done in the dark. So get ready to work harder than you ever have before. Get ready to push past your comfort zone, to make sacrifices, to stay committed even when no one is looking. That's where the real transformation happens. Not in the big, flashy moments, but in the daily discipline, the small victories, the relentless pursuit of your goal. It's easy to quit when no one's watching. It's easy to cut corners when there's no one to hold you accountable. But your comeback isn't about anyone else. It's about you. It's about what you do when there's no audience, no recognition, no external motivation. Just you and your willingness to keep going. So here's the challenge. Every single day, put in the work. No excuses, no shortcuts, no waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. The small, consistent actions you take today are the bricks that will build your comeback. Eventually, the results will speak for themselves. The world may not see it yet, but they will. And when they do, they'll think your success happened overnight. You'll know better, because you built it in the moments no one saw, and that's why it will last. Step 5. Embrace the struggle. It's making you stronger. If you think your comeback will be a smooth journey, think again. It's going to be tough. You'll face challenges you didn't expect, and you'll have days when it feels like nothing is going right. But here's the truth. The struggle is a crucial part of the process. The days when you feel stuck, or when it seems like nothing is changing, those are the days that matter the most. The moments when you want to give up, when everything feels harder than it should be, those are the moments that build you. The struggle is strengthening you. It's teaching you resilience, patience, and the mental toughness you need to succeed. Every setback, every obstacle, every difficult moment is part of the process. Without these challenges, you wouldn't be growing. The struggle is making you stronger, building the foundation for your success. It's pushing you beyond your limits, helping you become the person capable of handling what's ahead. It's easy to wish for things to get easier, but the reality is that the struggle is what prepares you for the future. It's building your character and teaching you things you can't learn through comfort or success alone. So when it gets hard, don't give up. Embrace the struggle. Lean into it. Because every tough moment is shaping you into someone who will not just survive, but thrive. The journey is hard, but it's making you stronger. And when you reach your comeback, you'll look back and realize that the struggle was the very thing that made you who you are. Don't run from the hard times. Let them transform you. The strength you gain now is what will carry you to success. Keep pushing forward. The struggle isn't your enemy. It's the catalyst for your comeback. Now, I want you to take a second and ask yourself, are you ready to make this comeback? Are you ready to leave your past behind, embrace the struggle, and fight for the life you deserve? Your comeback won't happen overnight, but every single step you take today is a step closer to becoming who you were always meant to be. So, what's your first move? Drop a comment below. What's the first step you're going to take today toward your comeback? Let me know, and let's keep each other accountable. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, someone who's struggling, someone who's feeling stuck, send this video to them. Because comebacks don't just change the person who makes them, they inspire the world. So, let's do this. Let's make this comeback happen. I believe in you.